Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Divinity walkthrough. Alright, we're heading into the Black Cove. Took a little field trip there the last video there. I went kinda got here and into the Black Cove and then just to get the waypoint marker. And then went and grabbed the treasure chest in the Moldy skeletons. Grabbed the treasure chest in the harbor. Just you know, through the teleporter pyramid over the rope. Obviously another way to do that is actually to just teleport one of your teammates. That works too, but I don't know if I had a teleport spell. Oops, I just noticed now I have Jahan in my party, so I must have been doing some crafting. So I'm betting, yep, it didn't take me long to figure that out. I wanted somebody to throw that that barrel, and I don't think any of these characters have a real impressive amount of strength right now, so I'm going to go grab Medora, which she should be in my party anyway. So again, kind of just forgot that J-Dog was in my party. I was probably crafting, making some money, hopefully updating my pathetic gear. Oh, no, wrong person.
I assume you address, do you?
There we go. Getting rid of the shovel, probably. I don't need that on my bar, I don't think anymore. At least not for a long time.
All that is past and present.
And who are we gonna chat with here?
The future as well. Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Okay, boy, I sure make this trip a lot. I've been doing a lot of crafting lately, so I end up running in here to swap Medora in and out for Jahan, or Jahan. Or is it Jahan? I always forget how he says his name. Okay, anyways, let's get this party started. Or restarted? I don't know. Being that technically I was already in here once. Alright, so I got this trap down here, and that's a static cloud trap. Obviously, you'll just, if you walk into it, you'll get stunned. If you have stun immunity, you could actually walk through that and you know, use the teleporter pyramids if you wanted to get to the other side. I like that trick. Although I don't think I've got any gear on me right now that's got stun immunity, so that was not an option.
Curse the pirate. You'll never give up the stone.
Okay. Bloody pirate. Okay, so when you go to start this battle, be really careful that you don't walk too far to the left, because there's some little thing there that it's like a trap that keeps pulsing. And the problem is if you have a character that's too close to it, it'll pulse once and they'll get I think they get like the warm effect on them. It looks like it happened to me. So if you notice there, look at my my third character down. She's got the little warm symbol next to her, and now she's on fire. So again, try to avoid that. I guess I didn't really notice it, but the problem is because this the start of this battle takes so long because there's so many different characters to get through. You can't move your character out of the way, so it's just stuck there, and obviously it didn't take long before she got the burning status effect, and unfortunately now she's already losing a bunch of health, and her turn is not coming up anytime soon. So again, it's unfortunate. I didn't realize that that was going to happen, but that's one of the just kind of crummy things about this particular spot. So this is kind of like a three-way battle between the goblins, the undead, and your crew. And you have to be really careful here because there, you notice the little pulse there down on the bottom of the screen? That is, unfortunately, my character burning. But yeah, anyway, so it's like a three-way battle, which is kind of cool. But the targets are just kind of all over the place. So sometimes the enemies will attack you, sometimes they'll attack each other. So it's a bit of a chaotic fight. And then the wooden door right there is oh geez. I'm not sure if I triggered that by walking up too far. That may have been the case, but obviously I triggered there's a room of, it's either 3 or 4 enemies right there too. So I'm just gonna summon my spider to try to kind of watch my back. When I think I was considering loading right there. Yeah. I noticed that I was starting off the fight, obviously, with the burning status effect, and I was like, oh man, I probably should just restart this, but there we go. So let's just move her out of the way. I think I'm in an okay range now, and then I didn't want to move up too close, because I knew I was going to be, well, geez, I'm at probably 75% health already. So I kind of wanted to try to stay safe. But yeah, if you can avoid that, you know, definitely do so. It's not real ideal to start that far behind. And it may not seem like a big deal, but you know, when my characters are, I don't know if I would consider them glass cannons at the moment. They certainly don't have that trait anyway. But my gear is not very good, and they're all, yeah, I don't know. My level's at least good now. It's not like I'm trying to fight, you know, level 8s at level 4 like I was before. But yeah, again, I don't know. It's not a great way to start out the battle, and it's easily avoidable too. All right, so here I've got a one of the orcs has decided to come up and try to get a piece of me. Here, I don't know if I'm actually able to hit that guy through the door or not, but yeah, actually, that looked like it. It looked like I was hitting him through the door. And I'm not sure if I think they just end up opening the door, and I don't know if that takes action points. I wasn't really paying attention. I kind of wish I would have, because Medora actually closed the door at first, and I didn't notice if it took any action points or not. I'm going to guess it does, though. Generally, everything you do in combat, like equipping a weapon, I don't know if unequipping a weapon costs any AP. Or did I say AP? Yeah, action points. Yeah, AP. But yeah, generally everything you do is actually going to take a little bit of AP at least. So here, I think that mage ran around in the room a little while, and I think it made him lose a bunch of action points, so he wasn't able to actually do anything when it came to his turn. I do like how they've got random things that they say when they attack each other. But it gets a little, to be fair, it does get a little bit old once you've heard the one phrase. You know, it's probably good. Don't need to hear it 5-10 times in the same battle. And then here, I believe as long as you actually participate in the battle, whether or not you actually hit an enemy, as long as they're flagged as an enemy, that is, you know, if you highlight them and then they've got a little red circle underneath them, I believe if they die, you will get experience. So even though I'm not hitting some of these enemies, I'm still getting experience because they're being finished off by, you know, something else. So again, kind of neat. I mean, you should be anyway, a lot of experience for this battle.
Gods forgive this transgression.
All right, let's get Medora buffed up here. And then actually this would be a really good spot, yeah, for a whirlwind. So let's get that used up. There we go. Get that going, or get the cooldown started. And then boom, man, she is destroying. So that's the crummy thing about when I swapped her over to wands, is I felt like she was really doing a lot of damage. She's got a lot of like strength gear on right now, and then that spear is really good too. And then on top of that, so the spear is a two-handed weapon, so she's getting her bonus from her two-handed, is it skill? I think it's a skill.
You can't protect the bloodstone forever, dry bones.
No, abilities, sorry.
You can't protect the bloodstone forever, dry bones.
So, unfortunately, that won't be lasting forever. I had a little bit of a, I don't know, like a kind of a hiccup in her damage. It was kind of a combination of having, when I swapped her over to using wands, I had some really bad wands on her, and then her dual wielding ability was really low, so it was not impressive at first. I think it's the damage is a little bit better now, but clink. Oh, and looks like I got frozen there. And there, the attack of opportunity keeps triggering, but then she wasn't actually having it happen. So there's a chance when an enemy walks out of your range. So if an enemy starts in your range, attack range, and then walks out, it's called an attack of opportunity, and it's, I guess, exactly what it sounds. There's an opportunity for that attack to trigger, and unfortunately, it doesn't always happen. There is a trait that increases it, but keep in mind that's a trait, though, so only your main characters will be able to take advantage of that. You know, and unfortunately, your henchmen or cronies can't get traits, so that's a little unfortunate. But all right, so there I actually have the Rapture skill, which is you have to be at least I think it's a level 2 witch in order to, or have level 2 in witchcraft in order to learn that. And that skill book is found in the upstairs, well, probably multiple places actually, but as of right now, I believe I bought mine from the upstairs. I forget her name, but she's in the upstairs of the King Crab Inn, and the ability is called Rapture. There's also a scroll, so a consumable scroll, but it's called a charm scroll. It essentially does the same thing, but because I've got the spell book, you know, I'm not consuming a scroll every time I want to use it. And I actually like charming the casters, because every once in a while they'll heal you, so that's a bonus. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't say that any particular target is a bad thing to charm, at least not that I can think of. Simply because anytime you charm something, it takes one enemy out of combat for, you know, however many turns it ends up being, and puts them on your team. And oftentimes they'll draw fire from their buddies. So it's really a nice ability. It's I don't know if I would say it's overpowered, but it might be to be honest. It's really good. So my goal here is to have every single one of my characters with the ability to charm, and then I want to have everybody with the ability to summon a creature as well. So I'm gonna see how it ends up. I've never actually done a full summon, full charm type crew. So again, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm betting it's gonna be really good, but I don't want to jump the gun, so we'll see. Find out. All right, there's Medora doing work. Yeah, I'd say right now she's doing probably the most damage. She can take out an enemy in one turn, and I don't think any of my other characters can do that right now. But hey, give them time, you know? Give them time. Give them time and give them gear. We'll get there. And I guess... Yeah, so there you go. Oh no, I guess... I was gonna say there, the undead skeleton, you know, is attacking the shaman, but it would do that anyway. So it didn't really matter that I was, or that I had it charmed. That's just something that would happen regardless. Morel is getting a bit low, but I do have a regeneration spell on her started. She's, I don't know, she must have got hit with a burning arrow or something like that. Must have missed that. Yikes. Yeah, she's... Oh, yeah. The shaman guy cast a heal spell on her. So, that was... I was glad that I charmed it. Okay, so looks like the heal spell is worn off. Let's save here. I'm going to save mid-combat, which... again, I would say if you're going to save mid-combat... so, I don't know. You can always run away if you're not doing so great. You can run away from combat, but I guess as long as you don't have the trait that makes it so that you can't. But I'm always a little leery about saving in combat because I generally try to get through combat without having anyone miss out on experience. And what I mean by that is, if any one of your characters dies in the middle of combat and then like one of your other characters finishes off an enemy, the person that's dead misses out on that experience. So again, I try to always make sure that no one misses out on anything here. I'm doing some kind of tactical stuff here. At the end of my turn, I'm going invisible with some of my characters because they're getting a little bit low on health, and I'm getting a little behind on healing. My only character with a heal right now is my main character there, Nicolita. So like I said, I'm getting stretched a little thin as far as my healing goes. So here I'm trying to pick my targets somewhat wisely. There is a swordsman that's really low on health, but he's really far away, so I would rather pick these bowmen because they're more of a threat because they can just shoot from right where they're at. Same with the shaman back here, or whatever that caster is. And then the orc is almost dead too. So no, see, this is not a great idea. I should have finished off the bowman. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I didn't finish off the bowman instead. Oh, and that's the other thing. You have to be careful when you're walking around the battlefield too, because I think if you pick things up, that'll use up your AP too. So I mean, unless you want to pick something up and use it right away. Well, there we go. Okay, so that worked out okay. Maybe I just I want to give myself a little bit of credit there and hope that I knew I was going to be able to accomplish what I accomplished there. Uh-oh. Oh, Morel goes down. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so I guess I wasn't happy about that. To be fair, I had another turn coming up right there, and I don't think anything was going to die in between, so I didn't really have to worry about missing out on experience. I guess I was just unhappy about how I played that. So we're going to redo a little bit of that battle. I'm really glad I saved, though, because, yeah, I would have probably lost a lot of progress if I wouldn't have. So, all right, let's do this. Let's do this better this time. Any day now. Alright, I'm gonna check here why it was taking me so long. Sure. Right when I stop. Boom, boom. Alright, so let's... Oh, and then so, if you noticed there, there was a little circle with like a sword under it. And that's to notify you that if you try to walk out of range of something, it'll get an attack of opportunity. So, okay, we finished off all that stuff. Okay, yeah. So here, this time we'll just. Oh man, I did the same thing. I still picked up that gold off the ground. That's so silly. Oh, and then I must have a broken wand. I don't remember unequipping one, and I don't think I needed to. So in some other battles, I've noticed that I've had to unequip a wand here or there just because of you know, something has an immunity or is being healed by one of the wands I'm using. So every once in a while, you'll notice I'll go into my inventory and unequip something, but that wasn't the case here. So not really sure. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure actually that one of my wands was broken. And then I've got a smoke cloud right there, so I'm not able to fire through it. And then, oh, I got these guys stunned. I think, at least. I don't know how many of them got stunned in there, but that's always nice to see that happen. Maybe only the one. Let's get him. Yeah, this guy's gotta go. You gotta go, man. You gotta go. Ooh. I was doing some pretty decent damage there. Alright, so not too bad. Still not able to take out an enemy in one turn, and granted that Pyromancer's probably got lower health than some other enemies, but still not too bad. Alright, so there I got him knocked down too, so I shouldn't have to worry about him working anyone over. And then, well, actually, I might actually be able to. Okay, I was gonna say I probably could have tried finishing him off, but I went for this melee skeleton instead, and then we'll just invis again to make sure that we don't take any hits there. As yeah, she was getting a little low. Oh, and then did you notice the shaman there whiffed big time and blew his spell into the ground? So that's one of the other goofy things about this game. Oh, oh, poor spider. But yeah, you gotta be really careful about your elevation. You know, like if you're in this case below or down the stairs down there. And if you're using a wand, you have to make sure that you're not going to hit the ground. And then same deal with like around corners. Like if you're standing in a bad spot, sometimes you'll just hit the edge of something. So again, that can be a little frustrating, but you know, them's the breaks. And that's kind of one of the things that comes along with using wands. You got to have good line of sight, and you can't have elevation issues. So. All right, let's go charge in here with Medora. I'm feeling confident enough to, yeah, hit them both. No, she's just stuck there though, and she's out of AP. She can't attack. But hey, you know what? We got there. That was the important part. I actually went for the knockdown on both of those, hoping that she'd be able to knock one of them down, but that was not the case. And then there, I'm just trying to heal up a little bit. Oh, there's an attack of opportunity. So there, Medora's triggered. Oh, I hate that word now. All right. Let's. So Nicolita must have used Adrenaline the previous turn, so now she didn't have very much AP regeneration. And there, if I would have tried attacking, I would have hit the wall, but I noticed there that I didn't have a clear path. And then this guy's too far, so let's take a step or two closer. For now, nope, still too far. Oh, and then I was out of AP anyway. Or I didn't have enough AP to get there, so. Alright, let's, I think I finish him off with Medora. Boom! And I don't know if the spear has better range than most or some weapons. I don't know. Maybe two-handed swords have that good a range too. I'm not sure, but feel like she was able to attack from really far away. Alright, let's hop out of stealth here on this guy and then completely fail. Wow. That would have been funny actually if that pyromancer would have killed her. Alright,
So the
well, that was it.
expedition is no more. But who's to say how many undead haunt this cave? By the ferocity with which they fight, I'd guess they're protecting something of great value.
Okay. So we suspect that the orcs are protecting something of great value. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. It's that the undead are protecting something of great value. And the orc expedition is no more. Partially thanks to us. Flex. Alright, so let's go run around and grab everything. I don't know what I was doing there. What was I looking at? Oh, and yeah, always a good idea to save after a big battle. Probably not a bad idea too to save before you start grabbing everything, just in case something doesn't go right and you trigger a trap or something and blow up your entire crew. It's been known to happen. I've done it. And then get all annoyed and have to redo a battle. Okay. Grab a bunch of potions. Nail bomb fun. Air essence. Air essence can be used to make wands. Again, I'm not a fan of actually crafted wands, but hey, if that's your thing, then go for it. So there's the Black Gate, or what is it? Ominous Gate, or something like that. And I'm not sure. I've never tried picking it, but it says it's a level 5. And I'm not actually sure if you can.
I think I sense a sorcery.
I'm not sure if you can actually pick it or not. But I don't see why not. Like I said, it says it's a level 5, so I suppose as long as you've got a level 5 for your lock picking, you should be able to pick it. So give it a rip. Give it a rip if you've got that much. It's pretty tough to get at this point between. Like I guess actually maybe it's not that difficult now that I think about it. There's a lot of gear with lock picking on it, so I suppose it's entirely possible. And I think Ambrosia here has a really good lockpicking stat. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. I guess I'm equipping wands. So maybe I didn't have a destroyed one and it was just not equipped. Which I don't really know why I wouldn't have had her equipped. I probably just forgot to re-equip one after. Maybe I'm trying to think if I had a previous fight where I needed to unequip one. It's possible. Who knows? Okay, so here I'm gonna split up my crew. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do all the this stuff after this in the next video because we're running out of time and there's a lot to come. So. As always, I hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.